Hey guys, Mike, IronTrap Garage. We're doing another winter week in the life of. We got a lot of stuff going on this week. Mostly just here on the property. We got a bunch of moving around to do. Do a bunch of car shuffling. I need to get the power hooked up to our new service. I'm gonna try and do that this weekend. The trailer is full of stuff, but I gotta make space in here to fit all of it. So I believe the rough plan, tomorrow is supposed to be pretty decent weather-wise, and we're supposed to get snow like Wednesday. So what I'm going to try and do tomorrow is get Big Red pulled out, get a bunch of stuff out of here, and then I'm going to work on pulling down. There's just a couple of pallets up here. Like this one has a cabinet and some shop supplies that has a gas pump that we need to sell, and these 3 pallets up top here and 1 or 2 over there just have some pallets on them that are from older estates and they don't have a lot on them. So what I'm going to do is take them off from up there, move them over to onto the mezz so we can go through them, and then the pallets that we just picked up from that estate, I'll wrap them up and put them up there so we can go through them when we have time. But we want to clear out some of this older inventory and get it taken care of and moved on. There's a whole pallet of radiators up there I'm going to pull down as well, so we can start leak testing them, and if they're good, put them up for sale. If they're junk, we'll send them to get scrapped, because some of them, they're not worth getting record because you can buy them pretty affordably. Hi Moondog. So let's get to work. We got a bunch of stuff going on. I got to make room for this tire shaver that Matt picked up and just try and keep on moving on. We got a lot of stuff going on, so let's get to work. Alrighty, so we got 2 cars outside. Remember, the Model A pickup is for sale if everyone's interested. We have it listed at $4,500. Send us an email at irontrapgarage@gmail.com. I got to move some engines around, so I didn't film it yesterday, but we did some cleaning up over here. That is all tape, so I moved that up out of the way. Moved some engines around. We sold, there's an Olds engine under there that we sold. So I moved a Banger engine. That's a 32B engine that we have for sale. This is an LB block that's for sale. They're here, we can easily get to them. There was 2, I'm trying to remember now, 2 engines up there, 1 on that pallet. So I moved them all down. This is one we have for sale. This is a 40 engine. Ran but smoked. That's all we know about it. We haven't put it on the run stand. So $400 I believe. That's available for sale. And then we have Pete's engine that we pulled out of his car and the engine from the sedan delivery. So I gotta do some rearranging. I need to pull out the engine that we're gonna potentially put in the 32 sedan and get that out because that's underneath under here. So I move the cars out, I can easily get in there, and then we're gonna work on doing some pallet shuffle. I'm gonna pull down those 3 pallets. I'm gonna move some pallets around up here so they're all grouped together. These 2 pallets here, and there's a third one back there, are on the same estate for that one. So I'm gonna move them all down so they're all in a row so they're not all mixed up. Then we're gonna work on pulling some stuff down off of here, putting it upstairs so we can go through it. So just a day of organizing. Yesterday was the same way. Shipped like 50 packages yesterday, did another 35 today. Selling a lot of stuff, which is good. Trying to get as much stuff turned over as possible. Our helper Ryan will be here a little bit later today. We'll get to work on just moving stuff around. It's a hard part in the wintertime is trying to get all this outside when it's not snowing. It's actually supposed to snow tonight. So whatever we do today, we have to get everything back in and get Big Red backed into the building before it snows. So let's get to work, start moving some stuff. Yeah, just another day of moving parts. gonna do a little car shuffle. Pete's car is gonna go upstairs, right? Matt lost his voice, so I'm doing all the talking this week. Pete's car is gonna go upstairs. We're still waiting on Jerry for upholstery. So we're gonna push 32 outside, get Pete's car upstairs, and then we're also gonna bring the green Roadster down to go on the lift. The Merc is gonna go where Pete's car is, and the 32 will come back to where it's at. It's supposed to snow tonight, so we're trying to get all this done before the snow hits, of course. I said it was messy.
Just about there. There it is.
There we go. You might actually have to drive it.
Oh, I can drive it?
Well, I can't fit in it.
Oh, that's true.
I can't see over the steering wheel. So just get it out in the parking lot and we'll...
Yeah, that goes right side.
You can still smell the old gas and when you fire it.
Yeah, it still don't smell good.
No.
Wait, you left your throwing stars on the floor.
No, those are... Oh, actually, pull them out. Those are from...
Jeff, I know.
Straight back.
That's forward.
The other back.
There you go.
There you got it. Straight back.
There you go.
Go a little bit more. Okay, straight now. Straight.
Yep.
Yeah.
On the parking floor, it makes it very hard to see.
Yeah.
Come back. Clear that? Yep.
That might actually work.
Yeah. Hold that. Oh, yeah, the other way. Forward. Go that way a little bit.
There you go.
I don't want it against the bucket. It's smart. I gotta work with it.
That's just about against the door. You're right. It was right there.
Yeah, I got too ahead of myself.
Great roadster weather.
All right, so today is Wednesday, maybe? Don't remember. Excuse my voice. Mike mentioned I think yesterday in the video, as we were moving cars, I lost my voice for days. After the 3-dog open house and all that stuff, I don't know if I caught something. Steve, myself, both have the same thing. Steve actually is staying home today because he's still feeling under the weather. Not great, but I'm pushing through. I have a shorter commute to work, so I'm in working today. So, sneak peek. I ended up yesterday, I didn't get to film it, but I went and bought this sheet of 304 stainless. Quite expensive, but I'm going to be using it a lot because we are working on making stainless molding for the windows, and I'm kind of been working on this in between. So you can see I made that swoopy piece in the top of the quarter window there. I've already made that from scratch out of using the plate, the 14 gauge 304 stainless. And then that bread I'm working on right now is I'm going to make a new B pillar. So that's for an upcoming video, but I'm pretty stoked on that. I got this hinging. I need to do some modifications up in the gutter, but I think it's going to work. Fingers crossed. And so we have going on. So we got the green Roadster in because we're going to be doing juice brakes and finishing up the last little bit of work on this thing. This thing was basically ready for the road end of the season, but we didn't get the juice brakes on. The windshields debacle with the glass shop we used turned into a nightmare and ended up pushing us back over a month to drive the car. So we're going to get that done so that we can drive it. So obviously it's covered up right now because I'm doing some grinding and stuff. The 32 two-door sedan, little sneak peek, had these 18-inch 44 type wheels that Steadfast was making. I found a set that somebody bought, painted, mounted brand new tires and never used them, and I scored them a year or two ago, and this car I think will be perfect with a little bit of lowering. Steve and I worked together Steve did the hard part of stripping these wheels down. These are just 44 16-inch wheels. He stripped them down, put them in epoxy primer, and then I sprayed them with some black lacquer, and they should match pretty decent. And then we're going to put I have all the stuff pushed in the car, but I have some brand new 550 16s we're going to run on the front. So with a little bit of lowering, slight attitude adjustment. We also pulled the headlight bar and the headlights, and the headlight bar we mailed out to our buddy Andy Kohler, who is a very talented fabricator, car builder, all-around good guy, and one of the tallest people I know. So anyways, he's going to be dropping the headlight bar for me, which is very good. So we'll be doing we're kind of working off and on and doing a next step video on this thing, which will be cool. So let's walk outside and show you guys what it looks like outside. Our beautiful northeast weather. So it's like 50 degrees. It's supposed to be 50 degrees tomorrow, 52 degrees. And we woke up to a couple, 2-3 inches of snow, which is great, and not super cold, but just creates a problem. So it's been like this all winter, where it goes real cold, snows, then it's hot, and stuff gives me headaches from the weather changing. So check in on Mike. I know he just got in. See what Mike's up to. Michael.
Yes, sir.
Mike Scott. We were talking about it. This is supposed to be the slow time of year for retail, and we've been extremely busy, as busy as like Hershey or any other time of year. So you shipped, I mean, Monday you had like 50 or 60
I did 80 packages between Monday and Tuesday, and I have another 30 to do today.
Yeah, I noticed that on eBay that it was like, we had like 25 or 27 last night. I'm like, didn't he just ship clean everything? So.
Well, I didn't ship totally clean, but there was like 10 items.
Yeah.
Then I woke up this morning, there was a bunch of sold, and I was like, well, it looks like I'm spending my day shipping again.
Yeah, so we've been very busy with that. So Mike's obviously gathering all that kind of stuff. Did you show what you did yesterday?
Yeah, I showed that. I didn't walk around and talk about it, but I showed it all on camera.
Yeah, so Mike, since we knew the snow was coming, so we did a bunch of moving around. So Mike moved the big red truck out, and he's making a bunch of rooms. So over there we have empty spaces for pallets, and here he also made a room there.
I promise I won't jump. I know everyone wants us to have handrails.
Yeah. our handrails are all these pallets of inventory. So we have room up there now. So the reason for that is that we're still moving all this. Like this is some of the stuff from the estate with the trailer and the building of stuff. And then we're planning on going to Minnesota for an estate that I purchased in the spring once it warms up there.
I don't know where we're gonna put that stuff because there's 5 pallets and a tote full of stuff and more in the trailer.
Great.
And that's gonna take up all that room that I created over there.
So we're gonna keep selling, keep buying, and we'll try and somehow fit it in. But that's what's going on our snowy, whatever day this is.
One wonderful winter day.
Is it Wednesday?
Yes, it is Wednesday.
Wednesday. That's what's going on. Oh, and if anybody asks, this is my nephew's winter project here at my house, is this cool little 3-wheeler. So that's what he's working on, and building something cool with a different engine and just hot rodding it. So he's been working on that off and on when he's over here. So that's what we got going on. I'm gonna get busy on the window molding and see what we can get done today. All right, so we had a visitor today. I got an email out of the blue. So this, I don't know if I told you guys this, we literally just pulled this car out on Monday. So those videos come out very quickly.
We saw, I think the day you posted it, we
Yeah.
found it online.
So we got an email, and luckily the car's still sitting in the garage here. Steve's literally working on putting better tires and everything on it. We got an email, very interesting, that someone sort of local to us was working on a almost identical car.
Exactly.
And can you tell us a little bit about what you guys do and what the cars?
Sure. Yeah, our company's B.R. Howard, and we're out of Carlisle, Pennsylvania. And we've been working on, for museums, most of our career, about 30 years. We started working on a lot of horse-drawn carriages, cars that are vehicles in original condition. And we've been able to transition to do some museum vehicles.
Okay.
The project right now is a 32 Tudor for the Smithsonian.
Wow.
It's tied to an African-American family that I think they've had it now 4 generations before it went into the collection. The vehicle is pretty much rust-free, but the interior has been taken out, and there was a vinyl seat cover put on,
Okay,
but unfortunately, none of the original was found underneath of it.
Okay, so you don't really have an idea of what.
No.
And
And there aren't, as you know, there aren't very many vehicles in original condition. So
Correct.
what you guys are doing is incredibly special because that's not the norm.
right, yeah, that's
You know?
and we fight with that a lot with people trying to understand why we're preserving versus restoring. And
Right.
as soon as you walked in, you echoed what we talk about all the time, much like art, where you're trying to preserve it and just make it look like it wasn't.
We're also finding you can't get parts or restoration materials that are accurate. So
Correct.
if
Yeah.
someone does what they consider, top of the line restoration, it's still not the same vehicle anymore.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, we're just seeing that with just the upholstery fabric. you know?
Yep. So you're running the same stuff that we do.
Yeah, so we're trying to, at this point, we're trying to recreate a facsimile of what the interior should be, but we want to be as accurate as we can be.
Okay.
And you were kind enough to let us come in and at least do some
course.
measurement and see this. This has been great.
Yeah,
Really
so
appreciate
that's that's a big part of any of these cars that we can, save or preserve, whether it's a hot rod or original. That's huge. So was there anything interesting that you guys saw or found when you were going?
Well, we
through?
were able to see, we've seen photographs, but getting in to be able to measure, where the stitching goes, what the tufting is really like.
Yes.
How the panels are constructed, and those pockets that you showed on your YouTube video.
Yeah.
We hadn't seen, we saw a flat on image.
Yes.
It's not the same as actually being able to look down inside and see how it's constructed.
Yeah, and you can see what the type of material versus, you know, again, to try and recreate.
Right, and also we now already saw that that material is not available. That's not accurate. I mean, it's close, but it's not. But,
Right.
but no one but you and a few other people
Yeah.
will even know that.
No, but you'll be able to get something that, especially
It's
for
close.
museum, yeah, it'll
Right.
be totally fine. So will this car, people will be able to eventually see this car
Yeah,
at the Smithsonian?
it's at American History. It'll probably be next year before it's on exhibit. And I know the family that own it's tied to the railroad and the unions, and I know that the car was part of that story.
Wow. Now the car in question you're working on now, how's the paint? Will you need to do
It's been repainted. The rear right fender is pretty dinged up, so I'll do some metal work on that,
Yep.
and then we'll repaint, but we'll tone the paint down obviously to blend with the
Right.
rest of the body. Most of the paint on the body, Colin, I think except for on the cowl, there's an area of loss. It's pretty good. We can do some compounding and clean it up.
Oh, good.
And keep that, so no repainting of that. The fenders may get I think 3 of the 4 will get repainted.
They're banged up so much.
There's so, yeah, and again, they wanted to appear as a well cared for used car as opposed to a neglected used car.
Yes. Yeah, I can understand that, but there's no accident damage or major.
No, nothing,
Oh, wow.
no, not at all. Just unfortunately, a lot of the interior metal trim or garnish has been lost. It's not with the car anymore.
Okay.
So that's our task right now. Now that we've seen it, we had a pretty good idea what it should be from photos. But,
Right.
well, your photos, in fact.
Yeah, yeah.
When you posted.
Yeah.
So we knew what we were looking for. That we think there may be reproductions for the front doors, but nothing for the rear windows and the rear window.
we might be able to help out. I'll make some phone calls.
Well, that would be great. I know the Smithsonian would be happy. And,
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it kind of gives you a chance to tie up with them a little bit.
Yeah, no, it's very cool. And whether it was something of historic value or not, as far as that goes with the museum, we do the same, because
Yeah.
we want to see these cars get put back together and get on the road. That's what's
Yeah.
important.
Well, this one won't be back on the road, but it'll be taken care of for a long time.
Right, and that's what matters.
So.
Well, thank you for stopping by. I
Hey,
appreciate it.
thank you so much.
Of course.
I greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, it's Friday, and yesterday was 50-some degrees outside, and all our snow melted, and now today it's like in the low 30s, so weather's all over the place, but got rid of most of our snow. So yesterday I got pretty much the rear window all finished, at least for making the rear quarter window for the hardtop on the Mercury. So coming up after this video, I think our next one will be showing the process of making it. So this window is all made from scratch, folds down, and makes it a true hardtop is the goal. So really excited about that, a lot of work. It's gonna be a cool video. So if you're into the nerdy technical stuff, definitely look out for that. Like I mentioned, we had the 32 in here that we're gonna be doing. Little sneak peek, wheel and tire on the 32 two-door sedan. We got them all on. I think yesterday Steve got the front wheels mounted on and it's looking cool. So we're gonna be picking out some drop axle and a bunch of parts. Headlight bar's been sent over to Andy Kohler to get dropped. I may have mentioned that already. And yesterday, Steve and I went on the journey of going through our parts stash, my personal parts stash and some of our inventory, and we're gathering together juice brake stuff for the Green Roadster. So this has been in the process for so long that we had a full juice brake kit for this car, and then it got stole last winter for 38. So I didn't even remember. I'm like all pissed, like, where are those parts at? Steve's like, remember we put them on the blue 38? I'm like, I don't remember that. So digging around, we were able to come up with what we wanted. So we got some good backy plates that were already, whatever state we got them from, were already painted and decent and had all the parts bagged and ready to go. But they were missing a few pieces. So Steve had to take, I don't even know where they're at, the old backy plates. He had to scavenge some of these parts. So we had everything, but we were missing like these pins that the e-brake levers go on. So he had to scavenge them, which is a little bit of a process to get rusty pins out. And now he's assembling with new shoes and wheel cylinders and all that stuff. Because the Green Roadster is such a nice car, we're trying to put everything new, everything nice on it, versus some other cars sometimes we'll cobble together whatever we have. So this is all new. So that's why we have actually in here brand new brake drums. And then we have some hubs here that these new drums, you actually have to put the hubs from behind in them. So we have these hubs that were already stripped from one of the estates. I don't remember. Mike has control of the inventory, but and we just got to put some bearings and races in them. So everything will be nice and new, but we're trying a new approach of being more organized. So we're gonna get all the parts together. We're gonna build the brakes, backing plates, and
I'm all ready to bolt on.
yeah, I'm all ready to bolt on. So that's the plan on the Roadster. So that'll be an upcoming video as well. That's Friday. Steve's in brake world, and we'll walk over and see what Mike and Mike and his helper, not Steve. You talked to Steve. So as you can see, we have no snow anymore. You see the 18-inch wheels, we pulled them off. We're going to be offering them up for sale that were on that two-door sedan. And then the tires are all kind of junky. And yeah, let's see what Mike's up to today. I hear his helper already. Mike, you have a helper today?
Yeah, I got, he's transporting packages.
Ah, learn how to use a hand truck.
Yeah.
Good job, buddy. Hopefully there's nothing fragile in there. Yeah, maybe. So Mike's, we've been talking about it. I'm trying to get it. Oh, there we go. I've been talking about it a little bit. We've had a lot of, our packages have been quite substantial.
Yes.
For packages this time of year. Usually it's a slow time of year, and
It was slow for about 2 weeks.
yeah, and then we're at the same kind of rate as summer or Hershey time as it's been. So
Yes. So I just finished all my numbers for January. We did almost the same amount as November, and we sold a bunch of parts on Black Friday.
wow.
So we did almost the same amount of volume as we did in November, which we had a big sale for 3 or 4 days.
Wow. So yeah, we're doing Black Friday type
Yeah.
sales, have to continue through. So that's a great thing.
I'm not complaining about it, just when unboxing it.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. So the boxing's been crazy. We're gonna shoot a podcast here in a little bit, but as expected or not expected, as it's been, Mike. Usually Fridays he's kind of caught up, but and then Friday you have.
Yeah. So Monday I did 50. Tuesday and Wednesday I did 30 each, and today will be 35.
Sheesh.
It's a lot of boxes.
A lot of boxes, a lot of parts, but we're trying to keep up. We're not Amazon, but we try and keep up with shipping stuff in a timely manner. So that's what's going on here. Get that all done, and then we're going to shoot the podcast. And Nate's keeping an eye on Moon, right? Trying to. Let me see your drool. That's an impressive drool. Oh, God. Oh, God. Some impressive drool you got going there, buddy. Keep an eye on the neighboring property here.
All right, it's end of the day Friday. I'm wrapping up some stuff here in the warehouse before I head out for the end of the day. I just want to show you guys what we got accomplished. Moved a ton of stuff around this week. I'm very happy with what we got accomplished. I did not get the trailer empty, but the way that I staged everything, I don't need to move the truck and the 32 out. They can just stay there. All I have to do is move Big Red, and we can empty the trailer and put the pallets up on the pallet racking, which is a little bit easier than having to push all this stuff out. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I got this pallet that was here emptied, moved this cart over. Didn't have a chance to go through this, but I'm gonna try to knock some of that out. What else did I do over here? I organized something and I can't remember. I organized backing plates a little bit better. Went through and made some pairs, listed a bunch of that stuff, so there'll be some of them up online. I got these 2 pallets emptied over here, so we got space here. Sold this LB block and engine stand to a customer in Canada. If you are interested in having something freight shipped, we now have the ability to ship to Canada, so hit us up. We could put a pallet together of a bunch of parts if you're looking to buy stuff over time. We have that ability. There'll be some brokerage fees, but overall the price wasn't too bad to freight ship a pallet to Canada. So that's it for this week. We're gonna shoot another one next week because I'm gonna unload the trailer, hopefully. It's supposed to be kind of cold next week, but we got a bunch of stuff going on. I'm going to hopefully bring the trailer over, unload it, show you guys what we got a little bit more in detail. Didn't show a ton of it on Week in the Life of when we were there, so a lot going on. So Thanks guys for watching, we appreciate it. Hopefully you're enjoying these winter week in the life of. It's not as crazy as it is in the summertime, but still a lot of fun. So thanks guys for watching, appreciate it. Catch you later.